Hi everybody, it's Kathy here, and we are playing along with how to kill a kit with style. So for January we're concentrating on alphas, and I will put the link to my kit creation video up above, which you can see here, and you can then check out how it all came together. So first of all, I'm just going to start off with a gold reflected layout, and I'm using some papers which I pulled into the kit that I knew all married nicely together, and I will absolutely get more than one layout out of this arrange of papers. So first of all, I'm going to do it as a 2/3, 1/3 design, and I really do like the gold in this one. This is a Stamping Up new paper. It was from their Christmas range, I think. I just love the gold through the marbling effect here. That's what I was looking for. It's looking like quartz stone, so I really do like it, and I like that the gold foil is flecked into it, and it looks really effective, very Christmassy. So as always, I am gutting out the center of my layout, and the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to need it to build my die cuts and to build my mounting of my photos. So as I said, I'm going to do a 2/3, 1/3 base. So this one here is cut out at I think I did it 7.5, and then this one here I'm just done it at 4.5, so it allows that overlapping. And then I'm contemplating which side I want it to be on, and I think I end up going with the gold side that I put a decorative border punch cut through, which you'll see me do very soon. The reason I do that is so that when my papers go together, they aren't just sitting on top of each other flat. They've got a little bit of decorative breakup to make the join look more effective on the layout. So you can see me use the star punch here, and this is a punch that I like to use. It is a Dress My Craft punch, and it's got the stars in it, which ties in for Christmas, and it's very, very decorative for that edge. And you can just see now that when it sits on that checkered paper underneath, it's not just sitting flat, it's adding that little bit of extra interest. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling out the little bit of the gold stars that were punched out through this process, and I'm going to utilise those further on down the track in the layout. Alright, so off screen I went and I placed that layout together. They are now secured to the border, and you can see that I've mounted my photos onto the piece of the cardstock that was cut from the centre of the base. Now I'm then going to create this into a tag, which I'm topping and bottoming here, so I didn't have the full length of it, just only need a top at the bottom, and I have 2 more strips here that I'm adding in. And then I'm going to use this gold. I just love this reverse side. It's got like a marble stone effect on the other side, so it's very versatile. So with the 1, 2, 3 sheets of paper, I'm creating a very layered layout quite easily, and that's how quickly you can do that with your cardstock and your paper choices as well. I'm using gathered twigs just to ink the edges because I want it to stand out a little bit off that busy background. It is not busy in the fact that the patterns are in your face. It's just busy because there is a lot of colour going on and a lot of different things. But once again, you can see that my photos are popping because I have used the colours from my photos to be the guide for my paper choices. I cannot emphasise how important that is. When I hear people say, oh, it's too busy, if you keep your photos your focus and use the colours of your photos, they will always pop on your layout. So that's just a little tip and trick that I've learned over the years by mixing and matching my papers, because rarely do I get them from the same paper range, and rarely do I do a whole kit paper range. So I've cut out some dies on my die cutting machine using my metal dies for these, and they are sprays of stars because I really wanted it to be that Christmas twinkle with the stars. You can see the top of the trees have got stars. These photos here are of my son-in-law and my daughter. They came with me and my other daughter when we did our Sydney Lights trek this last Christmas, and we go through the city one night We start down in Darling Harbour and we walk our way up to the Queen Victoria building, then down to Martin Place, then into the rocks, then back around the Opera House and up into Hyde Park and then the cathedral. And so it's a big night. It takes us about 6 hours to do the full round trip, but it's so much fun and we have a great time while we're doing it. And we see all the lights that the city has to offer, including the David Jones windows and Myers. So it is a big, big event. And I have been doing it with my children now for 20 years. Each year I have different total of people that come with me, but every year I make sure that I go. So I'm tucking in that tag in behind, and you can see how this is all coming together. Had to have a little bit of a break there. Sorry, my throat had a coughing fit. Back again. Okay, so I'm just tucking in those extra little bit of strips there. I'm going to put a little banner to the left. This is a landing point, which will be a embellishment landing strip, and it would allow me to have the embellishment sitting there so that it doesn't look like it's just hanging and having no direction for the layout. I'm just going to trim this one down a little bit smaller. Then you can see the disadvantage of being a left-hander. You don't always cut straight. You have to then go and do a double cut to make sure that it cuts. Now, I'm not a left-hander, just when I cut with scissors I am. Strange thing, left over from I don't know where. But anyway, so I'm bringing in 3 die cuts there of the messy baubles, and I'm going to have those hanging at 3 different levels to create my 3 clusters on this page. I'm using a bit of glue to put them into place. I've used a uniquely creative die there to create these baubles, and I love that it has the dotted string that goes with it as well, so that too is also die cut. So I'm tying some die cuts in, I'm tying in the gold. All of this is in my kit. All of these are what I've pulled together. So in this layout here, these are totally the first time I'm using the papers. My next time I use these papers, they will be scraps. So not only will I be killing my kit in style, I will also be using scraps, which is Baby loves to scrap. So throughout January, I will be referring to lots of the little hops that I'm going on, but basically I will be attaching the videos to the hops that best suit the layout. This one here, I've now fussy cut out some of those bows which I had in my kit as the printables, and they are in the golds and they fit nicely on these baubles. And I like that they're 3 different styles because it gives a little bit of point of interest as well. Now this layout will start off the accumulation of layouts that I will build over the year to put into my daughter and son-in-law's album. I've decided that for Christmas, the older ones, as they're leaving the house, I'm going to give them albums that they can just add our family experiences and their experiences that I get from their photos throughout the year, and they can build their own photo memories for their families. So here we go. I'm using some of my alphas. Yay, those gold sticker alphas that I've had for a while, and these ones are glittery. I'm putting the title glowing across here at the bottom because the trees were glowing. They are glowing when they are together. They make me laugh. Going on 2 years marriage, it's just really nice. They've had a tough year this last year, between sicknesses and operations between the both of them, a loss of a baby, lots and lots of things have happened to them. They've had a tough life this last year, but at Christmas you could see them glowing, so it was nice to see. I'm adding in these stars here. That is going to complement the die cut that I've got running down the centre, adding interest to the layout, drawing your eye from top to bottom. Also, the stars allow you to roam around the page, not really overtaking what your eye looks at, but complementing what is happening on the layout. Now, as I said, I did pick up those little stars from the die punch, and this is now where they're going to come into play. And I'm just going to grab my picking up tool, and I'm just going to put them in clusters around the baubles, and it's an effective way of adding a little bit of extra detail. Instead of Nuvo drops or stickles or sequins, I'm just going to use these little stars that came from the paper as well. So really killing the kit, using a lot of the stuff out of the kit to effectively create a layout for Christmas and for my daughter, as I said. So I'm just layering them up, leaving them in odds down the bottom there. I've got 5, then I've got 3 at that one there, and I'm going to put the other one in above that title. And there you can see I now have got my layout pretty much done. So I just checking over. Oh, yep, most important. The one thing that I didn't forget is the date. A date stamp always does that. And there you go. You can see how this has come together. I'm going to put in some word phrases. See, they're in my kit as well, using up those alphas. But I'm going to pull the Teresa Collins ones that I have in there because they've got a few more words that are more relevant to this layout and to my son-in-law and daughter. I've chosen the phrases happiness is, together, and this is happiness. And they'll go in the 3 clusters so that I have the words, the bows, the baubles, and stars in each of the clusters, making them nice and balanced across the page. So I have it in a vertical line going from top left to bottom right, so the clusters will draw your eye down. And the fact that I have a horizontal photo across, they're 3s, so that's odds again, and that's pleasing to the eye. So lots of things happening in here. I do like how it has come together, and I'm just going to finish it off now by inking the edges with the gathered twigs because I just like the finishing effect on the edge of my layout. I need it to be finished off, and this is how I'm doing it without drawing in a border or doodling or something else. The distress inking adds a little bit of shadowing and a little bit more finishing of that layout. So here it is. You can see my clusters here. The word phrasing, as I said, in with the baubles, your eyes being drawn down and around. The colours complement the photos, so the photos actually predominate the page, and that's what we want to see, so that when you look back on the memory, it is glowing, it is Christmas, and it is a great layout. So thank you once again for popping by and watching what I've done. I'm going to have a link to the full playlist down below for everyone playing along with how to kill a kit in style. And I also want to mention that this month is January, and I am playing along with Bash Stash Boogie over in the Facebook group, which I'll also put a link down below to check out to build points and get my layouts done. Thank you for checking me out. I'll see you soon. Happy scrapping till next time, and here's my next video recommendation for you.